I think, there we go. Just a little bit of a lag. So here's a beautiful image. We can all see sitting here that this is a beautiful image. But what we can't see are the 2 weeks of planning, the 4 hours of hair and makeup, the 3 hours of shooting, and the immensely talented 7-person creative team that it took to produce something this beautiful. When you put all this time and effort into making something like this, you want the world to see it. At the very least, you want validation. And in the magazine industry, in the fashion industry, magazines provide this validation. Creative professionals crave this validation so much they're willing to jump through all kinds of hoops just to submit their work to them. They do this for the all-important industry word, published. Now, this is just one example of one work by one team. Right now, as I'm talking to you this very second, there are tens of thousands of these teams producing hundreds of thousands of works, all with the intention of submitting them to a magazine and hopefully being published. Even a small, tiny magazine can receive 1,500 images in a single day. What tool are they using to receive these 1,600 images? Email. And a patchwork set of tools like Dropbox, Excel. Needless to say, it is an absolute mess. There's a lot of back and forth. Accepting a single submission can take weeks. That's where KAVYAR comes in. We take a multi-step, multi-tool process that everybody hates, and we turn it into a single tool, single-step process that everybody loves. On the magazine side, we provide them with an all-in-one solution that's everything they need to accept and manage submissions. I mentioned earlier, it can take weeks to accept a single submission. That same submission can be accepted on our platform in seconds. It is game-changing for this industry. Now let's flip over to the creative professional side. On our platform, they'll have a feed of the best publishing opportunities posted by our magazines. They'll have tools to build teams and collaborate on these opportunities. And because we track our users' works, their collaborators, and all kinds of other resume items, we dynamically generate a portfolio for them. They don't have to do anything. Now, this whole story that I'm telling you about what KAVYAR is right now was not the same company that entered Launchpad years ago. We learned so much from Launchpad. Like, for instance, the most important thing, to get out and talk to our users. We had domain expertise, so we thought we knew everything our users wanted. But we were wrong. And at first, we were pretty surprised. But we just kept talking to them and talking to them until we weren't surprised anymore, and we were able to fully understand the issues that they faced. Like, for instance, freelance creative professionals, such as photographers, were spending almost 80% of their day on the thing they hated the most. That's the business side of their work. That's finding gigs, that's trying to gain exposure for their work. So we were able to take this knowledge and focus in on the real problems our users faced instead of guessing, which we were doing before. At the end of Launchpad, it was great. We created a plan, we raised some money, but just like any other startup, there's ups and then there's downs. This was us months after graduating from the Launchpad program, when we realized our plan was not working. But instead of quitting, we stuck to the process, the customer discovery process, and that gave us the information we needed to pivot to who we are and what we are today. Launchpad transformed our passion for creating products for the creative industry into a viable business. And I can now today talk about KAVYAR as a business because of this. We've made our first dollar. Thank you. That's validation. And right now, we're working towards a goal of $10,000 a month in recurring revenue. Once again, we're KAVYAR. We help magazines streamline their submission process, and we help creative professionals get published and build teams. At this point, we're continuing with our customer discovery, so we're really interested in talking with people in the creative industry. So if you know anybody that you think would like to talk to us, we'd love to talk to them. Thank you.